This video is about a trip to France for July 2014, looking at a price of about $1,000. I'm going to go over briefly sort of the accommodations, the rides you can expect, how you're going to get there and how you get home, the Tour de France and things to see that way. I did this with a group in July 2012. It worked out okay. And I went with a previous group in July 2011. So the point of this whole thing is to go cycle in France, in just north of the Pyrenees actually, for 2 weeks, and do this in the time frame of the Tour de France. So what we're going to do basically is fly to France on Friday night, land on Saturday. We're going to ride around in the area for 2 weeks. We will probably see at least one stage of the tour. The town we're going to basically stay in is called Limoux. And not too far away from it is Carcassonne. Carcassonne is the start city for stage 16 of the Tour de France. They will then 2 weeks later either fly or take a train into Paris, and we will stay there for 2 days. Because on the Sunday in July, I think it's 26th, the tour goes through on the final stage. And that's a lot of fun. You haven't done that before. So the idea is that we'll fly in on the Saturday, stay overnight, go and see the Tour de France on the Sunday, see the final stage, take a lot of pictures, mill through all the crowds, and then the next day on the Monday we'll fly back home, or some as they did last year, we'll just simply stay around and see Paris. It's 2 weeks in France doing cycling in a hilly environment and have a lot of fun. As for the cycling, Limoux is approximately 30 kilometers north of the Pyrenees Mountains. So we're in the foothills of the Pyrenees. There are no flat roads here. So in this area, you're either going up or you're going down. You must like to go climbing. But I think it's a lot of fun because you can get climbs that start at 1K, the average 5%, and you can get all the way up to 15K climb averaging around 8 to 9 or 10%. There's actually what they call the Limoux wall there we will do, and it's about 14% for 800 meters. Fitness level. This is in the mountains. It is necessary for you to like climbing on a bike. You've done any riding in Collingwood, the Blue Mountain area, or have done the Centurion, you know what this is like. You could be climbing for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or up to 2 hours. One of the rides we will probably do is Col de Palier. That is if we do it the way we did last year, it's a 160K ride. We ride in a flat, basically a slight uphill into the base of the climb, and then we're climbing for 15K, which can take an hour and a half. You see the big the mountain tops, and you'll be above the clouds. That's 2,001 meters. We can slide down the side of the mountain and then go back up again. And the nice thing of this particular ride is that the final descent is about a 40K descent. So you're going down for, 45 minutes, which is something that you don't usually get to do in cycling. That's one particular ride. Another ride we will do is probably, as we did last year, is a supported ride, in this case, to the Mediterranean. And we will ride to the beach, and we'll spend the afternoon and into the evening on the beach, and then basically hop in the van and come back to Limoux. And the other options for our rides are basically I'll be on a daily basis, average around 90K, so 45, 50K out to a cafe, and once you're at the cafe, stop for coffee, have lunch, and then cycle back into Limoux by a different route. Accommodations in Limoux, or are we renting a house? Perhaps 2, depending on the number of people that go. So the first house has something like 7 or 8 bedrooms. It's enough for 8 people to stay there in private accommodations. It will be shared bathroom, shared kitchen, but private rooms. The beds are like IKEA type beds, so it's not. This is meant to be something of a inexpensive vacation. The other option that we'll have, if enough people out, is to stay in Boulogne, which is about 12K outside of Limoux. It's about a 20-minute bike ride, about a 10-minute car ride, and that's a huge house, built in the 1600s. Has a pool, has a big backyard, a huge kitchen, feather down beds, that kind of thing. Wonderful place to stay. Costs. The idea behind this is that it is a cycling vacation for those on a budget. Yes, you can go out and spend $2,000 to $3,000 per week to ride around in France and be kept in absolute luxury, be kept in great style. None of us have that kind of money to spend. And then the idea behind this vacation is keeping it around $1,000, and that's for 2 weeks. So the idea is that $1,000 around would get you basically transportation to from the Toulouse airport, cycling and around Limoux in the area, a support van for about 2 supported rides, other rides we do from cafes and so on. So for this trip, what we'll do is as we did last year, we'll get kits made up, and ideally I want to be able to include the kits in the cost of the trip. So there's the example of the actual jersey we had made up. This sounds like something you'd be interested in. Contact me directly. You can email me at info@hackcycling.ca. I'll put the details as well in the comment section down below, information section down below. Ride safe. Ride safe. I know.
Wait, you went too early. Now go.
Another possibility is click the sanitation. Takes you to my sanitation. Thank you. Not thank you. No, thank you.